welcome back to Football Daily. Now that the January transfer window is open, we're looking at 10 players who aren't getting the chances they deserve and could be switching stadiums this month. 10. Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz has taken a step closer to the Etihad's exit doors, with reports suggesting that he's already chosen his shirt number at Real Madrid. Pep Guardiola came under fire when Man City let Jadon Sancho move to Borussia Dortmund in 2017. And it looks like history could be repeating itself as 19-year-old Diaz, with 0 Prem minutes, is swapping Manchester for Madrid. According to reports from Marca, City's youngster will be given the vacant number 21 shirt, leapfrogging Castilla to join the senior squad with a 6-year contract. The exciting young talent could thrive in La Liga as the goal-shy, ageing and 4th place Real need to hunt for a different type of threat up front this January. Letting go of another bright young talent will see City make just 15 million euros, with Diaz expected to sign on the dotted line before the end of this month. While Diaz's opportunities under Pep have been extremely limited, Los Blancos haven't been the most welcoming to their other wonderkid signing, Vinicius Jr., and Brahim Diaz will hope that he gets his chance in the first team and doesn't just swap one reserve side for another. 9. Tanguy Ndombele. Tanguy Ndombele has been subject to transfer speculation after reports suggested that Manchester City have already had a bid for the defensive midfielder rejected by Lyon. According to reports, the French side will only be willing to accept a bid for their 22-year-old for his release clause of £72 million. With Man City, Inter Milan, Barcelona all interested, it's clear that the Liga side are planning on playing hardball to keep their versatile player. However, Ndombele is reportedly keen to ply his trade in a new league and ready to leave Lyon should any team be willing to fork out his fee. Now that Man City have a mountain to climb to claim the title from Klopp, backup for Fernandinho in the centre of the park is desperately needed, and bearing in mind their deep pockets, they might be forced to stretch to 72 million. 8. Sami Khedira. Recent developments in the ongoing Aaron Ramsey contract saga have taken him to Italy, after reports across the channel suggest that he's already signed a pre-contract agreement with Juventus. He has yet to travel to Turin for a medical, but the Serie A champions sporting director has confirmed their interest, saying they're currently monitoring the Welshman's situation. This has spelt bad news for Juve's Sami Khedira, who would be left redundant should the Arsenal midfielder join the ranks in Italy. Calcio Mercato are claiming that the German international, who's only made 5 starts this season, will be offered to the Gunners as part of a swap deal. While such a signing might have excited the stands at the Emirates in 2014, we aren't so sure that he fits into Emery's plans for this year. But even so, it doesn't look like the number 6, who's won 3 league titles with the old lady, will be part of their setup come the summer. 7. Reiss Nelson. Unai Emery confirmed that Arsenal would not be recalling any of their loanees this window, including Reiss Nelson at Hoffenheim, as the Spaniard prepares to spend the rest of the season with a skeleton squad. The teenager, who joined Arsenal as an 8-year-old, previously said that he dreamed of becoming a Gunners legend. But currently flying in the Bundesliga and an early return ruled out, he could be tempted to stay for good. The 19-year-old has scored 6 in 5 Bundesliga starts this season in Nagelsmann's side, and made 5 appearances from the bench in the Champions League. While in Germany, Nelson is gaining regular football, getting his name on the score sheet and earning Champions League experience. The same can't be said if he were to stay put at the Emirates. Arsenal fans will have to keep their fingers crossed that Reiss is a romantic keen to fulfil a childhood ambition, because the clever move would be for him to keep developing in Germany. 6. Cesc Fàbregas. Cesc Fàbregas has earned a total of 350 Premier League appearances over a career that has taken him to both ends of London. However, it looks like the Spaniard will be heading to the south of France this winter to join ex-teammate Thierry Henry in Monaco. 6 starts this term under Sarri, who's known for his lack of rotation. Cesc now sits behind Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic and Barkley in the Blues pecking order. Now 31, should the World Cup winner want to extend his career beyond benchwarming, a move to Ligue 1 this winter could prove fruitful. At the time of writing, just 2 points from rock bottom of the French top flight, and Henry needs all the help he can get this January. And Fabregas' experience and class could be well suited to France. We're constantly hounding the West London club for their poor treatment of youngsters, so at least Chelsea are letting a veteran go. However, considering that just last season he was a team regular with 32 starts, it's very clear that Sarri is making his mark on this Chelsea side. 5. Callum Wilson. So far in the 18-19 Premier League campaign, Callum Wilson has scored 9 and assisted 5, meaning that he is directly responsible for just under half of all Bournemouth's goals this season. Form like that in Eddie Howe's Cherries side has unsurprisingly caught the attention of some bigger clubs, namely Maurizio Sarri's Chelsea, whose strikers have been misfiring all season, and an injury to Olivier Giroud tipped them into dire need for backup for Hazard, now forced to play as a false nine. Wilson's direct goal contribution every 118 minutes compared to Morata's offering of one every 188 minutes would help fire the Blues into the Champions League positions. And should they come knocking on the doors of the Vitality, it's unlikely that even Eddie Howe would have the charm to convince the 26-year-old to stay put on the south coast. 4. Nabil Fekir. Nabil Fekir has been lingering around the exit of the Groupama Stadium since his transfer to Liverpool fell through in the summer, and it looks like he could be finally leaving Ligue 1. His move to Anfield broke down after an injury meant that he failed his medical, but the Mirror are reporting that Liverpool are back in for the 25-year-old as they look to bolster their squad. So far this season his fitness has improved, but he's made only 10 starts. Clearly top choice though, he has started 5 of Lyon's Champions League games and added a goal contribution every game in Europe's toughest competition. Klopp and the Cop, who are now 4 points above City in the league, will be hoping that Liverpool can bag their first ever Premier League title this year. And bolstering their squad in the winter window would certainly help their cause after losing against their challengers in their first game of 2019. 3. Timo Werner. RB Leipzig's CEO Oliver Mintzlaff has worried Die Bullen fans after exposing problems in contract negotiations with their star striker Timo Werner. Mintzlaff has claimed that the 22-year-old is stalling on signing a contract extension, and should he not pen a new deal, the side sat fourth in the Bundesliga won't hesitate to sell him. His current contract is set to expire in 2020, meaning that the German international could be heading out of Saxony as early as January. So far this term, the forward has 11 goals and 2 assists in 16 starts, or a goal contribution every 107 minutes, more lethal than Robert Lewandowski, making him a very attractive prospect for clubs needing some firepower up front. Currently estimated at a value of £83 million, Leipzig might want to sell him earlier than later before he comes close to the end of the contract and his stocks start to plummet, and we doubt that he'll be short of suitors. 2. Thorgan Hazard. 2018 saw Thorgan Hazard step out of the huge shadow cast by his 5'6" brother with his own excellent form for club and country. So far this season, the Mönchengladbach man has scored 9 and assisted 6, attracting the attention of league leaders who are now in search of a Pulisic replacement. Pinpointed as their top target to fill the American's boots, Hazard is also on the shopping list of Liverpool and Chelsea. While the arrival of Dortmund's Pulisic in the summer makes a return to West London unlikely for the Belgian, reports in Germany have stated that the Blues have a buyback clause should they want him in SW9. Valued at just €30 million by the CIES, he would be an excellent buy for Dortmund in either January or the summer. As long as he can keep up his impressive form, it's not likely that he'll be wearing the Mönchengladbach shirt for much longer. 1. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Chelsea have already dominated the headlines this window after they snapped up American wonderkid Christian Pulisic for a hefty £58 million. The Borussia Dortmund forward will stay in Germany as the Blues have loaned him back to BVB for the remainder of the season, so we won't be seeing him in the Prem just yet. However, his incoming has dented 18-year-old Callum Hudson-Odoi's chances of getting into Sarri's senior squad, and somewhat ironically, he could be heading to the Bundesliga to kickstart his own career. Following in the footsteps of Jadon Sancho, who actually displaced Pulisic at the Westfalenstadion, CHO is on Bayern Munich's radar. The German champions have reportedly offered Chelsea £30 million for their young winger. Not shy of giving up on their young talent, surely that is too much for the Blues to turn down. So Hudson-Odoi is about to become the next English hopeful to head to the continent for minutes on the pitch.
So that was another one of our fantastic, riveting 10s. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go check out all our other channels, including FDFC, and don't forget to like and subscribe.